Hey, what's up, fellas? How you doing? Man, it's Anelli here.
Hey, what's going on, guys? How we doing? Man, Antonelli here. So, I've been at baseball all day long, and when I got home, I started receiving a lot of messages on YouTube, on Instagram, asking me about my thoughts on the Houston Astros apology today at spring training. And so we're going to get into it. If you haven't seen it, we're going to talk a little bit about what was said, and I'm going to give you my basic thoughts. Actually, let's start off with some of my thoughts, and then we're going to go into the details. So I think overall, I felt like the apologies just lacked accountability. It felt just like incomplete. It didn't feel like an apology to me. And so I took a bunch of notes here, and we're going to get into exactly what Jim Crane said and then what Altuve and Bregman said. But overall, it didn't feel like they really said a whole lot. And I understand that we made a video a couple days ago about former Major League pitcher Mike Bolsinger is suing the Astros for basically ruining his career, pretty much ending his career. And so maybe they can't get into specifics, and they said, hey guys, let's just say you're sorry, let's not talk about a whole lot. And I get that, I understand it. But then the owner, Jim Crane, comes out, and some of the things that he said, I don't understand. I don't get how you can have this big apology and then not really apologize for anything. So here we go. Let's get into this right now, okay? So first, Jim Crane, the owner. Back a couple of months ago, okay, he talks about how when the team gets to spring training, we're going to apologize. The players are going to, we're going to talk about this, and the players are going to get together, and we're going to come up with a really nice apology here, and we're going to talk about the whole sign stealing episode, saga, whatever you want to call it. And they're going to apologize for the events that took place. Okay, great, Jim. So now we get there. Now it's spring training. And everyone's like, here it comes. Here comes the apology. And everyone's tuning in. And I'm sure every major league clubhouse had this on. And I'm sure players were really paying attention to it, especially players of teams like the Dodgers, who lost the World Series to them, and the Yankees, who got knocked out right before the World Series. I'm sure they're all watching, because we've heard from players over the last couple of days how pissed off players are. We've heard from managers. We've heard from Bob Melvin. We've heard from Aaron Boone. We've heard from a bunch of players. We heard Gary Sanchez talk about how, if he hits a game-winning home run, he'll be naked. You can take his pants off. He doesn't care. So we've heard from all these players. Everyone's watching. And it starts off. Let's talk about Jim Crane first, okay? I've got a couple of quotes written down right here. Here's the biggest quote from Jim Crane that I just don't get. You're going to have an apology, and you say, quote, our opinion is this didn't impact the game. We had a good team. We won the World Series, and we'll leave it at that. That is not an apology. That's just not being remorseful, not having any accountability. I just don't understand that. And then someone says to him, Jim, so what are you guys apologizing for? Like, this is a business. You guys had this big apology plan. You're not apologizing. Well, I don't understand. What are we apologizing for? And he says, well, we're apologizing because we broke the rules. And then they say, well, sign stealing gives you an advantage. It's against the rules. It's cheating. That's why it's considered cheating, right? It's considered cheating and against the rules because it gives you an advantage. And he says, well, it may or it may not. Like, what are we talking about here? We all know that stealing signs is a huge advantage. It is cheating, and it impacts the game, probably more than anything else. This is like being in the NFL. You're a defender, and on defense, you get into the huddle, and in the headset, instead of the defensive coordinator telling the Mike linebacker or whoever's got the green dot on the back of their helmet, hey, we're going to go fire zone blitz to the right, blah, 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 and calling a play, they radio in and say, okay, guys, we've got a sweep to the left here. Everybody, be prepared. Okay, guys, sweep to the left, sweep to the left. Okay, ready, break. That is what happened. You can't tell me that's not an advantage in football, and you can't tell me in baseball that it's not an advantage when you know what pitch is coming. I understand people say, well, you still got to hit it. Absolutely. And in football, you still got to make the tackle. But it's a lot easier when you know what play is being run, okay? It's the same thing in baseball. It's not only cheating, it impacts the game. And you can't give an apology and say, yeah, we're sorry, you know, we cheated, we broke the rules, but we're still the best team. We still won the World Series, and it didn't impact the game. We would have won regardless, and you can't, excuse me, you can't do that, okay? So, I just don't understand it. It's not an apology. It's not an apology. And also, I don't know if Jim checked the stats, but if you look at the stats from 2017, your team finished like in first place in every freaking category offensively. And your team improved from every category, offensive category from the prior season. Your numbers were bonkers. I went back and watched the game, that Mike Bolsinger game, and they put up a stat up there that was like, and here are the Astros, they're in first in batting average, and first in this, and first in that, and first, and first, and first, and first. It listed the offensive stats, the team stats, and it said first. Do they have, excuse me, do they have great players? Yes, they have great players. They've done a great job drafting, developing, signing free agents, making trades. They've done a great job, but they also cheated, and that impacted the game. Don't tell me it didn't, Jim. Okay? So that's my first thought. It reminded me of my buddy Josh Ellis in college. My college roommate, one of my best friends down at Wake. And he would always say, I'm sorry I'm not sorry, okay? I'm sorry that I'm not sorry. That's what it's felt like. I'm sorry that I'm not sorry. Like, sorry, but didn't impact the game. You want an apology? Well, I'm sorry that I'm not sorry. Excuse me. I'm still sick. Okay. Then, Altuve and Bregman get up there. We should say Bregman and Altuve. And they talk for a combined 90 seconds. And they both said, you know, I'm going to make this brief. Okay? First, Bregman. I'm really sorry for the choices that were made by my team, by the organization, and by me. That's pretty much all he said. I'm sorry for the choices. What choices? What you had for dinner? I don't know what choices. I mean, yeah, excuse me. I know we're supposed to know the choices, I guess. But you didn't say anything. You just said the choices. And then, Altuve, we really feel bad for what happened in 2017. For what? I mean, I know we're supposed to know, but you didn't say anything. It'd be nice. It'd be nice if they said, we cheated. We broke the rules. We're sorry. And we apologize to the fans, to Major League Baseball, to the opposing teams, players in the league. We're sorry that we cheated and we broke the rules. Something like that. But just like, sorry for our choices and we feel bad. I don't know. That doesn't seem like an apology. We were wrong. We cheated and we were wrong and we apologize. If they had done that, I feel like people would have been like, finally you said it. You said that you cheated. But they really didn't. And I I don't feel like anyone, I don't think anyone watched that and were like, I don't think anyone felt like that was an apology. Maybe you did. You can put it in the comment section below. But I just thought I just was very underwhelmed with that. I just didn't feel like there was a whole lot of accountability. I don't feel like they really apologized for anything, even though it was at a press conference to apologize. So I'm going to stop right now because I can't stop coughing. I apologize that I cannot stop coughing. I'm trying, but this thing, whatever I have, has made me like this for at least a week now. So hoping I feel better soon. I'm going to finish with this. The players then, after this, in the clubhouse, they did talk a little bit more to the media. And they did get more in depth. And guys like Carlos Correa, I saw Carlos Correa talking about some stuff. And I'll make another video about this and go into specifics. But they did open up a bit more. Altuve opened up a bit more. But it would have been nice if they had done that in their press conference. But they didn't. So we'll talk more about that in the next video. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below about this apology. Do you buy it? Do you think it was good enough, or do you feel kind of the way that I do? Thank you again for watching. I appreciate it. Thank you to all our Patreon patrons, I guess is what you call it. We really, really appreciate you guys and gals supporting our channel. Thank you so much. Give it a thumbs up. Share the video with all your friends. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. And that's all we have. We'll talk to you later.